बिजनेस के बारे में समझाइए, हमारा बिजनेस मॉडल क्या है, हमने कभी शुरुआत की.
So the idea has been to everywhere move to a more profitable categories in terms of customer, supplier as well as product.
Is our product customized as per the customer's requirement?
So we have multiple models. So with product, it is also as per the customer specification what he is seeking for. We look after the problem that what customer is facing with the current product he is having. Then we work on that problem and then give him the solution for that.
Hello, welcome friends. My name is Avinash Gorakshakar and I welcome all of you to another interesting episode of Konexio HighFlyers. Friends, as all of you are aware, we introduce to you emerging companies from emerging sectors and we make it a point to the promoters and the top managements of such companies so that all of us can understand their company's business model, their growth journey, their future growth plans. And in this process, a lot of valuable information is given to us by the promoters and the top management, and which helps all our investors to take a very conscious investment call. And friends, today we've got another interesting company which is going to hit the capital market very soon. The company's name is Game Changers Texfab Limited, and I have the privilege of having the managing director, Mr. Sanjeev Goel. Sanjeev ji, welcome to the show. और I also have Mr. Ankur Aggarwal, who is the CFO and the director of the company. Ankur जी, आपके लिए भी बहुत बहुत thanks.
Thank you.
Sir, without wasting time, संजीव जी थोड़ा सा बिजनेस के बारे में समझाइए. हमारा बिजनेस मॉडल क्या है, हमने कभी शुरुआत की और अभी हमारी डोमेस्टिक मार्केट में क्या पोजीशनिंग है.
Okay. So we started our journey in around 2015-16. At that time I was working in Aditya Birla. I worked for nearly 15 plus years in leadership roles. I was CIO for Hindalco. Then 5 years I was in US for Novelis. And after that I was working with all the 19 group companies of Aditya Birla, working on the systems and tech part. So at that time we envisaged that we wanted to start a business and become an entrepreneur. So Ankur, who is my co-founder also, so he had been discussing with me that there are opportunities in this industry. It is a very traditional 150-year-old industry, but there's huge opportunity for improvement. So we said that let's start this get into this market and do some disruption where we can establish ourselves as a game changer. And hence the name Game Changers Texfab Limited. We started this company. So the idea was that instead of competing with our partners or vendors or both buyers sellers,
Correct,
we try to co-operate it.
Okay.
Can we create an environment where we are able to leverage the power of the ecosystem?
Okay.
And with that thought, we said, okay, there are 2.5 lakh participants in India who are working in this 150-year-old segment. And this segment, we said we will curate suppliers,
Okay.
we'll curate customers, and we'll also curate products we want to sell.
Okay.
So with that approach, we said, okay, we started with curating, moving across these 22 textile clusters, and as of now, we have about 450 plus curated suppliers.
Okay.
We have about 1,000 plus B2B buyers,
Okay.
and we have about 51,000 retail customers,
Okay.
about 2,000 boutique customers. So the idea is that we are able to add new product categories as per our customer demands.
Okay.
And we are also able to leverage the power. We also did 2 strategic tie-ups, one in China with Henning Honyak, and the second in Singapore with Suzhou for technical textiles, because that is one of the fastest growing categories.
Exactly.
So the idea has been not only to curate these suppliers and customers, we also said we want to move to a more profitable situation over a period of time.
Right.
So initially we spent a lot of time trying to onboard people. We did a lot of investments. But in the last 2-3 years, we did some things where we said we want to open whatever inventory is locked into godowns. We wanted to bring it forward in a retail format for our retail customers. So we started a 10,000 plus square foot showroom in a cluster in Gurgaon, which is nearly 2,000 plus exporters are there in that market.
Okay.
And we opened that same inventory for retail also.
Okay.
So that has been a game changer because retail we make 4x, 5x margins of B2B.
Okay.
Then we also introduced technical textile categories where the margins are 2x of the B2B profit.
Okay.
So the idea has been to everywhere move to a more profitable categories in terms of customer, supplier as well as product. and we are trying to continuously understand the requirement of the customer, and based on that we are onboarding more and more people, and we have capability to onboard more and more capabilities of suppliers, so that whatever needs are coming from different types of customers, we can meet that requirement. Also, how we are priced competitively compared to other industry. Like in technical textile, we are trying to offer products where our products are nearly 40% cheaper than market leader in India, and also the second best is 25% cheaper at for the same specs. So that's how we are trying to innovate in each and every category, and as we go through the interview, we'll explain more.
Well, just one thing, Sanjeev, I wanted to understand: is our product, customized as per the customer's requirements? Like, suppose a customer comes to you and asks for a particular kind of quality of fabric.
Yes.
Do you ensure that that customization is what you, plan to give him?
So we have multiple models.
Yeah.
So with product, it is also as per the customer specification what he's seeking for.
Okay.
We look after the problem that what customer is facing with the current product he's having. Then we work on that problem and then give him the solution for that. Apart from this, we also have a team which keeps on innovating on designs, patterns, prints, colors. They also follow the pattern that, in the next season, what all colors would be hit, would be the color of the month, color of the year, color of the quarter. And based upon that, they keep on designing new patterns design, and that we offer to our clients. So that is the key advantage that we have.
No, understood. So basically, it's an asset-light model. You
Asset light.
Cater to the customer's requirement
Yeah.
as per what they want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me, how many active customers could we be catering as of now? Like?
So in B2B, we have 1,000 plus active customers. In B2C, we have 51,000 customers. We have 2,000 boutiques that we have currently onboarded. For outdoor fabric, we have 300 customers. Yeah.
And what's the geographical footprint, Sanjeev? कहाँ से revenue आता है? Is it only from places like, I was seeing your prospectus.
Yes.
Large part of your revenue still comes from north.
Yes.
So,
So there are two things we are doing. One is we followed a DMart type of approach, a cluster-based approach. So most of our revenue is coming from NCR or from Rajasthan or from Delhi or from Gurgaon.
Correct.
So and Noida. So over a period of time, as we are expanding, we are planning to open 6 more stores, experience centers. So we call these are not normal stores where 200 varieties are kept.
Correct.
These are stores where 10,000 varieties are kept under one roof. And this curation, what Ankur was referring to, is done by designers on a regular basis. Every month they add 600 to 800 designs, but they curate it out of 10,000, 20,000 new designs which are coming from all over India. So the innovation can happen anywhere in India. So one is we are bringing that innovation to our customers. Second, we have the ability to co-develop. So if some requirement, some customer comes with a requirement that for this end use I want a product, then we can co-develop that product for him. Let's say daily object, any startup, for example, wants to develop a new product, or any sporting goods want to develop a new product, hotel wants to develop a new product. We have the ability to get their requirements and work backwards with our suppliers. We also have 6 deemed manufacturing units, which are able to deliver those samples. And we have 10 sourcing offices also across India, which help us to reach out to the deepest of the textile clusters.
So basically, very well structured kind of approach. Sanjeev ji, मुझे बताइए, tell me one thing that now we have entered the market, we have firmly established ourselves. According to you, what could be the total addressable size of the market? Because this is very unique to you.
Yes.
That you all have got a product which is customizable.
Right.
At the same time, the supplier also works jointly with you.
Yes.
So इसका market कितना बड़ा होगा और हम इसको ज़्यादा कैसे capture करेंगे?
See, the market is very, very large. As per Ministry of Textiles and Wazir Advisors reports, last year the market was of the size $200 billion USD, out of which 160 billion, 80% of the market is domestic consumption, and 20% is exports. So the market is also growing at 10% CAGR. So even in the next 5 years, 10 years, as the lifestyle of people improve, as the per capita GDP increases, one of the major sector where people will spend is lifestyle. Because textile is not only used for wearing, it is also used for making your home comfortable, your office comfortable. Now industrial uses are there. So whether it is agri, transportation, sports, everywhere, ports, airports, everywhere fabrics are used. So we feel that 10% growth is easily available. We in the past 3 years, our growth has been 4 years has been 35% CAGR,
Correct.
and our profit has grown at 200%.
Correct.
So we feel that the market is ripe, and since we have fixed the unit economics, we have brought in those efficiencies. Now, as we scale up, we'll become even more efficient.
Okay.
So the growth is will be getting rounded off in a 0.0001%. So market is very big,
Okay.
and we see the next 10 years we can easily grow 5x or even more.
Also,
Okay.
sir, there is a change in trend. So China, Japan, and Korea has seen this, that their domestic brands have gained so much of advantage as compared to the international brands. They had grown at a very immense pace. So in India also we are now seeing that curve, that domestic brands are growing at much faster pace than the international brands. Abhi recently we saw that a t-shirt brand came up which is doing 125 crores in just a year of span.
Correct.
So the acceptability for that product is gaining at a very fast pace, I think. So Indian market will grow at a much faster pace now.
Okay. In this market, संजीव जी, who would be the kind of comparable peers, both listed, unlisted? इसमें कौन होगा जो आपको like to like comparison देता है?
Actually, we have been discussing this internally as well as with a lot of other investors. See, what we find is the way we have carved out our business model, we have tried to take multiple best use cases from multiple sectors. So there will be a competition. For example, we are operating in 4 segments: B2B,
Yeah.
B2C, technical textile, and made to measure.
Right.
In every category, there are different people who are competing with us. So in case of a B2B player, those can be large mills or small mills
Correct.
who are trying to make 200 products and they are trying to sell it to the customers. Or they can be B2C people.
Correct.
For example, there are a lot of showrooms or people like, I don't want to give the names, but yes, there are a lot of people who have been setting up these showrooms and selling this to
Okay.
local B2C customers. The third category can be technical textile, which is an upcoming category where there are players like SRF and Noble Tex,
Yeah.
which are doing extensive work in this. The fourth category is made to measure, which again there are a lot of tailoring to boutiques, to a lot of people have been doing. So the way what we have done is we have linked all this together in a way where we are trying to leverage. One is the power of the ecosystem, setting up curated inventory, opening it up the same inventory to multiple channels.
Correct.
So whether it is these 4 categories directly or through online or through digital marketing, Instagram, multiple way we are offering them these products, and also we are educating the user on new end uses of the same products.
Okay.
So the direct competition is not there with one particular category. Our vision is that there's a completeness of vision, and now we are trying to build more and more execution capabilities.
So it is more like an ecosystem which is connecting the 4 dots.
Correct.
So we have competition in each dot, but there is no company which is providing an ecosystem for the same.
No, understood. But just one more thing, Sanjeev ji, which I wanted to understand, that can this business be scalable based on the number of people you employ or the number of outlets you open? Because you don't manufacture anything. You keep a curated inventory.
Yes.
तो जितने outlets आप करोगे और जितने आदमी लोग बढ़ाओगे, उससे revenue बढ़ेगा?
नहीं, it is not directly proportional to number of people. We are operating with a very lean staff of
Correct.
about 50 people for this type of
Okay.
revenue where we have reached.
Okay.
Going forward, we are leveraging one is tech. So we
Ah.
have a AI-based capability for visual search,
Okay.
for virtual try-on. So
Okay.
if you upload your own photograph, how you will look with that type of fabrics.
Okay.
So an ordinary sales team can be, as we expand our footprint, any person can leverage that, either himself or our sales staff can easily help him to take decisions faster.
Good.
That is one. Second is whatever processes we have set at the back end in terms of the supplier onboarding and the customer onboarding, that will remain centralized.
Okay.
So that control, that process, that system software is already in place.
Okay.
So that cost will not increase.
Okay.
And then in terms of digital playbook, we have spent a lot of money in the last 3 years for digital marketing. So we have made our own playbooks. We work with very, very large industry leaders, even a global leader in digital marketing, and we have learned that what will work in India. So those playbooks will make it available.
Okay.
So that way our staff requirement will be, it will increase, but it will not be in proportion. Our overheads cost will not be more than 10% increase. Whereas our revenue will go up significantly, our margin will go up significantly.
So basically, the scalability potential is there, but overheads will not increase in the
Yes,
same proportion.
yes. And in fact, our sourcing capability will keep on improving as we are able to order more. Some of the benefit of economies of
Yeah,
scale,
exactly.
as well as the competition. Lot of people will like to onboard.
Yeah, exactly.
And also at a later stage, we look at whether we can move to a vendor managed inventory, like
Okay.
at automobile sector,
Ah.
where people keep their inventory with us and we pay them as we bill on a daily basis.
अच्छा now leave alone the financials for some time Sanjay ji, but हमारे business में what is the value add which we give, like you said designs, or maybe you got a curated inventory.
Yes.
What are the key factors which have actually helped you differentiate in this market? One or two qualitative factors if
Sure.
you could tell us.
So the biggest factor what I see is the speed of the business.
Ah.
So for example, if an airline wants to buy a blanket,
Ah.
and that blanket can be sourced from 40,000 suppliers in Panipat, which is a cluster for that. Now, which are the best four suppliers who can give him the right quality, right pricing, samples immediately available? So that that decision which will happen after 1 month, 2 months of getting those samples and getting the turnaround time, we are able to get a requirement. We have pre-curated mappings at the database level. We understand that which supplier has a capability. Ankur himself has visited more than 3,000 suppliers and customers across these clusters. So we have a good understanding of the capability of the supplier. We know to whom all he has been supplying, which are his existing customers. We know the quality of the management and the plant and equipment what they have. So based on that, we quickly understand that for this requirement, who is the best source? Like our sporting good company who's making hand gloves.
Yeah.
If the leather gets banned, some other item has to be used. So the new use selection, curation. So we come as an expert with many of our partners where Ankur's team can do the sourcing based on understanding the end use, what is the application it is going for. And the second I like to highlight is the right sizing. So we are not trying to sell mills items of 10 mills or 20 mills that this is the items available, you buy it. We will not say that. We'll say what is your requirement, what segment are you catering to, what is the end use. We'll understand the requirement in terms of nearly 118 attributes are there in the back end. It's not straightforward textile. It may be GSM. So it will be based on multiple parameters, whether it needs any special treatment in terms of moisture absorption or whether he needs sustainable fabrics or any of those requirements. So our second biggest thing is we will give him what he needs at the right price. That makes both supplier and customer happy because otherwise there will be mismatch. Supplier is making a mug type of product and people are expecting it at alto price. So we try to do that mapping correctly. So for the right spec, right product.
Understood. So basically, very based on specific customer requirements, I think you come with the right solution.
Yes. So I think these are the two major ones. Plus, we don't compete. We are there to, as a partner, onboard more people, good people.
Understood. Now, tell me one thing. For the most important question, for this interview, we are planning to go public, so it's a historical milestone for you guys.
Yes.
So tell me one thing. What is the main objective of raising this money, and how much capital are we planning to raise from the market?
So we are planning to raise between the price band of 55 to 60 crore rupees. And the idea behind raising this money is that we want to expand our footprint across India. And we are starting with North India first. So as we shared that we have currently 2 experience centers, and the idea is to take it to 6 new experience centers across North India going further ahead. Also, we'll be spending some amount on the outdoor and PVC coated products that we are doing, which is a good profitable business for the company. So going ahead, we are going to increase the volumes on that. That product has already been accepted in the market and the volumes are increasing day by day. Idea behind that is that we should have enough volume of product with us to serve our customer.
Exactly.
So one more thing I would like to add in technical textile, it is a sector where we are expecting 183% CAGR type of growth year on year. That's the type of potential India growth story has. And whatever development in the strategic tie-up what Ankur has done in terms of the Suzhou for outdoor fabrics and Haining Oliang from China. So those two, we have the price advantage of nearly 40% and 25% versus our suppliers for the same spec product, even for better specs, which is skin friendly and ESO free. So that thing. And second, as we expand, we also plan to add 4 more stores through our internal accruals. So we'll open 6 through the capex, the fundraise what we'll do. We'll add 4 more, so total will be at 12 stores.
Okay. But largely, you said, Sanjeev, this will be largely North India, correct?
No,
Currently
starting with North India. For example, we have identified Noida, Delhi,
Okay.
or Chandigarh, which
Ah.
are where a lot of affluent society is there,
Exactly.
and slowly we are adding in Ahmedabad.
Yeah, so the idea behind doing this is that we have our website TradeUNO.com through which we are, already accumulating all of the data
Okay.
that what is the spending capacity across the states, how much
Ah.
amount we are able to get through those states, what all fashion we are able to sell there.
Okay.
So based upon that data only, we have planned this increase in the experience centers.
Okay.
So that's why we are targeting north first. So in India, if you will talk, there are two major hubs. One is North India, the other one is Bangalore.
Yeah.
North India is famous for their women's collection, and Bangalore is famous for the men's collection.
Okay.
So that's why we are targeting them first.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when can all these stores be operational, Sanjeev? By what time?
So we plan to do it in a phased manner. So we'll add one large store. This will be 7,000 to 10,000 square foot category stores.
Okay.
So every quarter we'll keep on adding 1 or 2 stores.
Okay, understood.
So it's a phased rollout,
Okay.
and then there'll be certain gestation period as we scale up from, you can say 5, 10, 20 lakh to 50 lakhs. Our target is whether we can make it fully operational at a industry benchmark
Okay.
of other people. If we look at 1,000 rupees per square foot sale.
Hopefully FY27 you could hopefully see most of the stores.
Yes, by FY27 end. So FY28 will be the full year of operation for the investment what we are doing.
Okay. And from this public issue, are you raising any money for working capital?
Yeah, we are raising some money for the working capital, as I shared with you that these stores will require a lot of inventory.
Correct.
And also we need money for the imports of our goods.
Yeah.
So for that we'll be requiring working capital as well.
Okay.
So today we are doing 2 containers. We want to increase to 4, 5, 6 containers every month.
Yeah.
So that will require certain capital.
Yeah, that will require working capital.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, now coming to the financial, Sanjeev, if you could give us a broad idea what have we achieved in FY25, top line, profitability. Thoda sa agar if you can give us a flavor.
Okay. So at the top line level, last year we did about 115 crore.
Okay.
And our PAT was 12.07 crore.
Okay.
And EBITDA is about 18.5 crore.
Okay.
And basically, in the last 3 years, because of the pivoting what we did and the efficiency which we discovered by onboarding the B2C part and the technical textile part, our profitability has gone up significantly. Our revenue, we have been in 100 crore range for last 2-3 years, but we have improved our profitability 10x.
Okay, understood.
Because we did one more lever which from borrowed from DMart, which is wherever we have capability in terms of funds, we are taking benefits of cash discount. This is a cash starved industry.
Exactly.
So if we payments in advance, we can get the best of the quality, best of the service, and best of the price. And a CD which can be varying from 3% to 7%, which directly adds to our bottom line.
Exactly.
So slowly we are working in that direction, that as we have more liquidity, we are able to reduce our payables and also improve our profitability by a significant margin, 3 to 7%.
So I think that helped you
Yes.
boost your profitability.
Yes.
Now, typically, what's the working capital cycle in our industry? Typically, you said you take the inventory, put it in your, stores, then it starts moving. But typically, how many months of inventory do you actually keep in your shops? And normally, what's the entire working capital cycle time till the time the customer pays you?
So total 68 days is our net inventory cycle.
Okay.
In the shop, we keep about 16 crore of inventory, out of which 2 to 3 crores will be only B2B,
Okay.
which is against orders. So it will be in transit type of inventory.
Okay.
The balance 12 to 13 crores will be the B2C inventory which we are talking about.
Okay.
So it's less than a month's type of inventory what we are talking about.
But typically, I just wanted to understand, right, from the time you put your inventory in the shop for
Yes,
either B2B
yes.
or B2C,
Yeah.
in how many days are your collections coming? Like cash flow, kitne mahine mein aate? 1 month, 2 months?
It is almost 2 months plus, almost 68 days.
Acha, 68
is
days.
the-
But we are able to rotate money at least 5 to 6 times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So inventory turn that way is 5 to 6 times.
Okay.
So depending on the product range,
Correct.
that's the type of.
Okay, and one more thing, Sanjeev, which is very interesting. Is this business seasonal? Like during festival time, or during Diwali time, or during the festival time, ज़्यादा volume बढ़ता है, या is it equal between both the first half and the second
So
half?
there are two type of segments. One is the people who are like B2B segment, that will be same throughout the year, more or less.
Correct.
And the cycles may be linked with even export. It may be linked with Christmas or other events. In India, of course, wedding is a big opportunity.
Exactly.
Every year, 60, 70 lakh wedding. So the second of the year, from October to January, February, that's the period where you will find much more sales. But B2B buyers will keep on buying throughout the year. So overall, yes, I agree. It will be event based, of course, and especially the wedding season, Diwali season, Christmas season, New Year season, all those, and also anniversaries and birthdays will keep
So
on
it
happening.
starts from Navratri, as we are currently in Navratri. Our season starts from here. Then it follows with Diwali, and then we have all the wedding season that comes in.
Correct.
So it's same. It's like this till March.
Okay. So
Yeah.
basically, second half is traditionally a
Much
better.
better.
Much higher side. Yeah.
Now tell me something on the export markets. And you said that we had some tie-ups. Now, what is the thought process? Are we going to largely focus on the domestic market, and export is going to be just a buffer for us, or something big we are planning for the export market?
See, we did exports about 37 crores 2, 3 years back, but we decided by strategy that since export requires longer credit periods, we said we'll work with people who export.
Okay.
So many of the exporters which we are working with, they will work with 200 brands globally.
Okay, understood.
So we are able to recover our money in 30, 60 or 90 days depending on the certain credit policies with different people.
Okay, so basically, you mean you're going to not directly export to the customer, but
Yeah.
somebody who will export
Yes.
on your behalf, maybe to the final customer.
Yes.
This also gives us an edge because to all the brands which we offer product, the product that we are making goes to their shelf after 6 months because there's a process involved in between for garmenting, shipping, and all those things. So this gives us an edge that we are able to also share those designs and patterns with our domestic buyers that this is going to come after 6 months in the Indian market.
Okay.
And this in turn gives them an edge to give that product before that.
Okay.
So that's why our B2C clients are raising at a very high speed.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah.
Achha, now Sanjeev, since you and I think your colleague have started this company,
Yes.
what's the team structure within the team? Like as a promoter and managing director, what's your functional role in the company? If you could tell us so that we can understand.
So the way we do is Ankur has been leading our sourcing and the sales part.
Correct.
I work more at a strategic level where the strategy, the financing, the overall vision of the company, what importance and what all execution has to be done, that I'll focus on.
Okay.
Ankur is hands-on on
the
multiple.
supplier side.
So he has a sourcing team,
Sourcing team.
he has a sales team, he has a digital marketing team.
Okay.
So there are different teams which are working on focus on specific roles. That okay, we say we want to acquire 50,000 more B2C customers,
Okay.
and these are genuine customers. These are
Right.
not customers who are not actively involved.
Mm.
People who are seeing our videos every day. The digital marketing team will come out with a video.
Okay.
So my main task is to set up the right metrics, set up the right vision. Ankur's main task is to get it executed. So he deals with lot of suppliers and customers and the design innovation part that his team is doing on a daily basis. So the idea is that as founders, we have a very distinct. So I am able to see things about 30,000 feet above and give inputs to Ankur. Ankur is the person who is deep dive into that problem and he can find solutions. So that's how we see that our skills and capabilities are very, very different.
I think very nicely articulated. Last question, Sanjeev, is that we have seen COVID and now things have come back to normal. In this business, which is more like a creative business,
Yes.
customizable business,
Yes.
what are the key risks in this business? Typically, is it like, you've got to be constantly on your toes in terms of designs, in terms of fabric, in terms of customer expectations? So anything else, which you need to monitor to ensure that things are run smoothly?
See, I have worked in the industry. So the way both in India and US, and I have taken inspiration from multiple companies. I got a chance to work to study at Wharton and Duke also for advanced programs. So what I realized interacting with a lot of people and working with my colleagues, we are building small pipelines and we are trying to build an evergreen business. So our customers vary from a hotel who is buying bed linen and bath linen to a hospital. So in case there is a COVID type of situation, we sold a lot of COVID items in terms of masks and kits. Then we have sporting goods companies.
Correct.
Then we have agri usage companies, logistics companies, packaging companies.
Okay.
Then we'll have schools. So the way we are structured is when we say 1,000 B2B customers, in that there'll be at least 100 profiles, 100 different profiles who comes from different segments. So there may be a baggage maker, a guy who's making bags, a guy who's making shoes. So the idea is that we are trying to make it evergreen, so that even if one industry goes down, we can move on. Plus, we can add categories. For example, Ankur, we have been discussing how to add defense products to our company. So as the need arises, the idea is that we are agile. We understand the market, and if we see there is a huge opportunity in a particular segment, we'll keep on adding. So yes, the risk is there if you are not able to curate items, if you are not able to satisfy the customer requirement. But we are trying to mitigate it both through our supply chain network, also whatever interaction we get with customers, that what is new happening, what is the requirement, we are trying to. And third, we have ability to co-develop. Let's say we have a price of technical textile at 200 rupees per meter, and our competition is today selling at 300 rupees per meter. Now, if someone wants to make some product with a lower spec or a higher spec, he wants something in 250 rupees or 150 rupees. Instead of 10-year life, can we come out with a product which has 6-year life?
Correct.
So that type of intelligence, because the partners are working in tandem with us. So supply chain risk and some of these other risks in terms of import capability, we are trying to develop multiple partnerships so that we are not dependent on one. At the same time, we can onboard and we can also remove people if they are not behaving as per the norm of the industry. So that way, we are quite confident that we can take this company to the whatever we've done in last 3 years, we can repeat the same performance in the next 3 years to take to a next level. So it's more of a S curve that we have taken from A to B, now B to C, and then we'll keep enhancing our targets.
Well, I think very nicely mentioned by you. So I think it looks that there's going to be a big runway for growth for
Yes.
So best wishes, Sanjeev and
Thanks.
Ankur.
Thank you.
It was my pleasure to host you, and best
No,
wishes for your public issue also.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.